All right, you guys, it is time to gather. We are here, we are live. It is wonderful to be with you. Hello and good evening to you, wherever you're at and whenever you're tuning in. This is Thanksgiving week in America, and I have to think back the very first time that I got to celebrate Thanksgiving, which was in 1987 when Sean and I were first together, and he said, "Hey, let's have Thanksgiving. We're off. I can invite some friends over." And there were some really, really fun memories with us trying to get the turkey into the oven, which, of course, the turkey was way too big for our little German oven that we had. And then the Americans were playing football in our street. So having sweet potatoes with marshmallows for the very first time in my life. There were so many wonderful things happening, us going, wow, this is such a very, very interesting holiday. And then coming to America, and of course, having had many times the incredible pleasure of celebrating Thanksgiving and really going to the very basic core of it, of simply giving thanks for all the blessings that we have in our lives, for all the abundance, for all the incredible things that we take for granted, that we can give thanks for specifically on that day. So there are lots of wonderful memories. Another crazy, crazy one is that one year there was a special on like KUTV or something like that, a local station where they showed all three Star Wars one after another. That's the first time I saw all three Star Wars together. That was in the 1990s somewhere. And I remember being completely blown away and loving it forever and just absolutely loving the original trilogy of Star Wars. And that was one of those Thanksgiving times that I still to this day remember and very, very fondly carry in my heart. All right, you guys. So, yes, the holiday season is coming up. And not just in the US, also in other parts of the world, we are celebrating different versions of the holidays and all those wonderful different ways that we engage with the divine. We are celebrating life, we are celebrating love in whatever way it comes. And for a lot of us, it's also unfortunately related with stress and with having negative emotions and perhaps some negative memories. And so today it's all about the other way of doing it and really, really holding our intent for a very peaceful, a very loving, and a very memorable holiday season. And yes, for most of us, it starts at this weekend. For us in the US, it's Thanksgiving, and in Europe, a lot of you guys are celebrating Advent, which is also happening this weekend for the first time. So there are many, many reasons for us to give thanks and also mentally, emotionally prepare ourselves to simply have the best time possible and enjoy the most out of it. So, if you have any kind of expectations and hopes for this holiday season, I would like for you to think about that right now. What are some of those expectations that you're holding? What are some of those hopes that you're holding when you are thinking of the holiday season starting this weekend, going into Thanksgiving in a couple of days here? And what is that intent that you're holding in your heart? What would you like to look back on afterwards, going, that's how it went? Wow, it was awesome. So think about some of those specific items that come to mind. And then put a framework around it, an intent. The intent is a little bit more on the vague side. It's more of that feeling state. I want it to be memorable. I want it to be joyful. When I think of Thanksgiving and the upcoming holiday season, I want to be in a place of gratitude. That would be more like the intent. Then you can fill the intent, which is more like the container, with all the different goals that you're having. These are the things that I want to accomplish. These are the things I would like to experience. And you can put them in the container of joy, gratitude, service, beingness, presence. One of the intents that I've cultivated over the last couple of decades is I want to create beautiful memories. I do that when I travel. I do it for special family gatherings, for special events, things that I want to make sure I put deep down into my heart and have available for the rest of my life as a beautiful memory. I want to make beautiful memories. And that's one of my intents for this week, for example, and for this whole upcoming period of time for the next 6 to 8 weeks. Because there is a reason that we are engaging those activities. It touches off certain parts in us that are important, that are so traditional, and it's that past that's been traveled. That's why I loved the Jakobsweg, the El Camino in Spain, to just imagine how over 1200 years, yeah, about 1200 years, hundreds of thousands, millions of feet have walked and left their energetic imprint. And that's what we're doing when we are celebrating the holidays. There is an energetic imprint that we're celebrating, something holy, something meaningful that connects all of us. Just feel that for a moment. There is something so, so spiritual and beautiful by all of us connecting together in this ritual, this ceremony that's been had for thousands of years. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I love it. Ooh, yeah, this feels good. So think about it now. Okay, for Thanksgiving specifically, we're talking a couple of 100 years that this idea of Thanksgiving was being born and manifested. And then we have the European version. A few weeks ago, I posted a picture when we had our own version of Thanksgiving, which is more about the harvest. It's the harvest thanks, it's the end of the harvest, all the fruits, all the labor, everything, the results are being brought in and are being celebrated and blessed. So when you think about it like that we are blessing our lives, we are blessing everything that we get to be grateful for. We're giving thanks for what we have. So you have your intent, okay? You know the framework that you want to hold for what we are experiencing here in the next few weeks. Yeah. For me personally, it's presence. I really want to soak it up in the most powerful way and be fully present for this chapter in my life and with family members and the way that things are going to develop over the next few weeks and months in my personal life. And I want to be fully present for every moment of that and celebrate it and give thanks for it. That's my intent. So, what's yours? Take a moment, just think about it. What's that container that you want to hold, that framework? All right. Excellent. So now I would like to take you through a guided visualization where we are going to go through the neurological levels and simply immerse ourselves in each level. And I'm just going to guide you, so you just follow along and have the experience that you're having, which is meaningful to you. And it's going to have very, very specific messages for you as you simply immerse yourself in each level and what it means to you. Let's take a nice deep breath. Another one. And I invite you to simply think about, what is your environment like? The key people that you're going to be engaging with on a very, very, very personal, close-up level, as well as your larger community that you're part of. Think of some of the locations that you would like to bless. locations, physical locations, places that are you going to go into over these next few weeks. Cities that you might be visiting during the holidays, certain places where you are going to engage in shopping and restaurants, organizations, churches, public places, streets, specific parts of the country that you would like to bless. Just think about that. And people, the key people and key time frames. Perhaps there is a special vacation that you have planned, or special festivities that you are putting on your calendar. So think about that as well. So these are all the what's happening, what's taking place. The people, the time frames, and the locations. So all of that's going on, and just get a sense of that. There's that physical manifestation. What's going to be happening over those next 6 to 8 weeks. And then in those locations, with those people, in those time frames, behaviors are going to take place. So think about all those behaviors. And let's go very basic. Simply breathe. Just imagine that you're going to be able to go through those next few weeks, breathing deeply, always aware, always nourishing yourself. There's that deep, deep gratitude simply for being able to breathe deeply. And the more you do it consciously, the more you are speaking to your lungs, the more you are celebrating that beautiful miracle that a breath can be, the more your life is going to mirror that in that simplest of behavior that you can do. So it all starts with our breath. And then guess what the next thing is? The smile. Just by putting a smile on your face, you are sending such powerful information to your subconscious mind, to your neurology, that then translate that into hormones. It translates that into ways of being in this world that are happy and joyful, just by putting that smile on your face. And those are behaviors. Then it gets more complex, like taking notes and journaling and talking to other people and listening to music and watching beautiful movies. And what are other behaviors that you can think of? For example, anything that has to do with exercise and movement, taking a nice walk, doing some exercising, doing some yoga, some stretching. Just now. Just stretching like that, putting a big smile on your face, going, wow, this is so awesome. I'm learning and I'm focusing my intent and I'm creating my reality right here, right now, just because I'm giving myself this opportunity. Wow. And in that little moment, you just activated so many different senses, from what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're feeling in your body, and you're taking the deep breath. You're putting that smile on your face. So those are all the behaviors that you can do. You think about the actions that you're taking. And now we're going to bump it up one more level, which is now our resources, our internal qualities and attributes. It all starts with love, wisdom, beingness, oneness, freedom, peace, kindness, gratitude, compassion, passion. All of those words are attributes that we have access to because we are part of this universe and we are all in training each other and we're all in training with each other. And so therefore we have access to everything that's there. And give yourself that right here, right now, imagining that. And you do have all of the resources already within you. Everything you ever could wish for, ever could dream about, it's already within you. So claim it right here, right now. Yes, I already have wisdom. Yes, I already have love. Yes, I have compassion. Yes, I have empathy. I have peace of mind. I have freedom. Just imagine that. And then all of that, by bumping it up one more level, now means that you are having beliefs that are fueling those beautiful resources and attributes within you. Life is good. People are good. My future is bright. We're all plugged in. I believe in the principles of the law of attraction. I know that this is an incredible journey that we're taking together. I know that there's a purpose for everything. I know there's meaning in everything. So really go to those beliefs that you hold very, very dear to your heart, that are valuable to you, the values that you are holding, what is important to you, what you hold dear to your heart, and what you consider truth. Those are your beliefs. And everything gets filtered through those beliefs. Every bit of information that comes in has to go through those filters. And it has to make sense to your brain, otherwise it cannot compute it. So your beliefs are very, very powerful. And if you find yourself having beliefs, perhaps because of your conditioning, perhaps because of your past, and they might not really work for you as well as you'd like, you can change that. Right here, right now, you can make that declaration saying, and that's the thing I'm going to be working on next year. That's the thing that I'm going to put my focus on so that I can look back a year from now saying, you know what? I made that change. It worked. Because I put my focus on it, I put my intent on it. It was important enough for me to make that change, to consider a different perspective. And with practice, just like I'm working that muscle in the gym, just like I'm teaching my brain a new skill when I'm engaging in something new, like learning a game, a puzzle, some kind of activity that I haven't done before, an instrument, whatever it is. I'm exposing myself to new information. I'm learning something. I'm growing my brain. That's what you're doing. By setting an intent, by making that a goal. This is what I want to change in the next 12 months. So do it right now. This is where I want to leave behind old perceptions that don't serve me anymore. Thank you so much for everything that you did for me and how you protected me, how you grew me, how you pulled me forward, how you were able to move me into who I am right now. And now it's time to move on and transform that old belief into a new belief that serves you better. So make sure that you do that on your own time. I would say grab a journal, write down those kind of beliefs where you're like, you know what, that just doesn't serve me anymore. It doesn't work for me anymore. And then you can transform it into a new belief. And all of that then builds up into a new identity. Who you are in this world. How do you describe yourself? This is who I am. These are the labels that I give myself. These are the roles that I'm playing. What are the words that you use to describe yourself on an identity level? And are those words useful or not? Are those words that you can be deeply grateful for? Think about that right now. And what are those words that you would like to use to describe yourself, especially in this week that we give thanks, that we express our gratitude, that we celebrate thankfulness? The teacher, the service person, the mentor, the student, the lover, the builder, the scholar, the consumer. What are those words that you're using for yourself? There are words like mother, of course, father, child, brother, sister, cousin. All those different relations that we have with the things, the people around us. Think of all those words that describe you. And which ones are especially important to you and mean the most to you. The grandmother, the grandfather, the aunt and uncle, the friend, the coworker, the participant, the neighbor. Those are all very, very important words. And to some of you, they have different levels of meaning than other words. So give yourself that. And also give yourself a metaphor. I always love that metaphor of the mountain, for example. When I think about my identity and who I am the mountain. Just that imagination of being that solid, that high, such a diversity of life, so many resources, that stability. Whenever I need stability in my life, I love to think of myself as a mountain. And usually when you ask me what is my identity, I love to think of a waterfall, a nice, beautiful, warm, tropical waterfall. So, so comfortable and just standing there and being free and having that beautiful, beautiful kinesthetic experience of the water splashing. Those are the kind of things that I like to think of. I also have that thing of having a bubble that has this beautiful rainbow going around it in pastels. What are some of those that speak to you? Give yourself a metaphor, something that holds that energy, that easily, quickly sums you up. The second you think of it, you're like, ah, there I am. Ding. Yeah. So now let's bump that up one more time. And you know what comes then? Our spirituality, our connectedness with the divine, in whatever way that expresses itself for you, whatever way that you have cultivated over time, that you know that you are part of the oneness, that you are in your vortex, that there is this energetic component to your life. Yes, there's the physical manifestation, and that's what we started our journey out at, that physical manifestation, the things that you can experience with your senses, the things that you can touch, see, hear, feel, taste, smell. And now we're all the way up. Now we're on the other side where it's all energy. It's pure potential. It's pure consciousness. Just go there for a moment. Go into the oneness. Go into the divine. Your connection with the divine. And just enjoy that. And when you're in that place, what does that now tell you about what these next few weeks are truly about? I would almost say, when you're putting yourself into the position of the observer, you're neutral, you're beyond yourself. Step out of yourself and just look down on yourself and imagining in this meta position how you would act, think, feel. What is the most powerful way that you can embrace these next few weeks into your life? Give that to yourself right now. Because in the vortex, in the spirituality, in the alignment with the divine, this is what it is. And you can have that ideal perfection of what it is that you wished you could bring into this world. So give that to yourself right here, right now, in the vortex, in the energetic, so that it then can manifest over time in those next few hours, days, and weeks into your physical reality. Even Albert Einstein already said it, that everything started with an idea. And that's what you're giving yourself in that alignment with the divine. You are on the level of idea, visioning, imagining. And that from there, it can now manifest into the physical realm. So give yourself that right here, right now, that you are connecting with the vortex. You are connecting with the divine. And if you're wondering, how do I do that? You just speak it. Here I am connecting with the divine, and you might see something like, for example, a galaxy. That's what I like to do. I imagine stepping into the stars, and all of a sudden it's all black, and I see all those different stars and galaxies. Or you're imagining yourself on a beautiful place on Earth, or you're imagining yourself in a completely made up environment, or you can be in a cave with crystals, whatever floats your boat, whatever gives you that feeling of oneness, that feeling of connection with everything, being part of everything. And you give yourself that, you fully step into it and experience it, and then you take that back into your identity. Remember that metaphor that you chose for yourself. Remember all those different ways that you can show up in your roles, in your identity, which then now informs all of your beliefs that you're having, how much fun you can have over these next few weeks, how much you can contribute and serve, all that beautiful influence you can have on those around you simply by showing up as yourself. And now let's take that into our capabilities, into our resources, all those wonderful ways that you can express yourself, unique talents, special gifts that you have that you can share with others. And now take that down into your behaviors. This is how you show up. This is how you share. This is how you give. This is how you receive. This is how you interact with everybody around you. And all of that is taking place in certain time frames, in certain locations, with certain people. So bless everybody, bless everything right here, right now. There it is. And just enjoy it and embrace it, all of it. That whole experience is all yours, my friend. It's all yours. And you get to claim it. You can claim it and say, you know what, that's how it is. I am now putting my imprint on it. I'm putting my stamp on it, that this is the reality that I'm creating. I have the power to manifest this on all these different levels. I'm holding my intent. I know what my values are. I know my connection with the universe. I'm plugged in. I am the conduit. I'm the catalyst between the vortex, the energy, and the physical manifestation. And by me imagining it, by me making it up in my mind, that's the first step that I can take to then be inspired to have the feeling state that is conducive to having a wonderful time. Because I am in a place of gratitude, and I am in a place of openness and understanding and compassion. And that's how I interact with everybody in every situation and every circumstance around me over those next few weeks. And everywhere I go, I spread joy simply because of that. Just imagine that. So bring it all the way back down and ground in your physical reality as you're now imagining how those next few weeks are going to play out. You, the director, you, the protagonist, you are the screenwriter, you are the composer, you are in charge of the whole movie. And you get to decide how joyful that movie is going to be. Yeah, that's right. So, this is a wonderful practice these next few days, especially these next few days that are going to kick off the season, and where we have such an opportunity to show our gratitude and to give thanks for all the blessings that we have in our lives. So let's gather all of that up right now and let's feel our connection right now. Everybody who's here live, able to join us live tonight, and everybody who's going to watch it later. Come on in our circle right here, right now. Big group hug, you guys. Come on, come on, come on. Get in there. Feel everybody else's energy. And this is going to be global, you guys. By the time this is over, we are going to have people on all continents holding hands right now, supporting each other, believing in each other, holding space for each other. We got each other's backs. And we are holding that space for everybody on this earth. Let's go around all the continents right now and into the oceans and into the air and just embrace this whole beautiful, beautiful planet so that the planet itself also gets to give thanks. Just imagine that Mother Earth, Father Sky, that whole beautiful, beautiful ecosphere that makes it possible for us to be here, is able to give thanks for the bountiful blessings that we have as a whole, as a system, and extend that into the rest of the universe right now. Make it really, really big and give thanks for all the other galaxies, all the other solar systems, everything around us before you bring it back again onto this earth. And I would like for you to think of your loved ones. And who are those people who could use some special energy? Who are those people that you would like to embrace specifically? So let's do that right now. Give that to yourself right here, right now. And just embrace those people. Send them good words, send them a message, send them encouragement, whatever it is they need right now. And what are the causes that your heart goes out to? What are those parts in our world that you feel really, really drawn to, wanting to contribute, wanting to serve? You are already doing things proactively, or you're thinking about it. Where does your heart go out to? Is it in the animal world, in the natural world? Is it in science? Is it in movie making? Is it in teaching? Where do you want to share more? Where do you want to be more of service? So go there right now and see that being really happening and being really fruitful and creating beautiful results for all people and everybody else involved. Just give yourself that right now, that you are able to contribute in a meaningful and valuable way. Give that to yourself right now. And feel our energy supporting you right now. Because we all have our unique gifts. We all have our unique way of doing it. And whatever you can do is your special gift. So thank you for that. And may that gift enhance your own experience of these next few weeks in wonderful, magical ways. And may you have many, 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 many things to give thanks for, especially the beautiful people in your life, especially think of your community. And think of the ways that you can feel abundant, that you can feel joy, that you can feel contribution, that you can feel service, that you can feel connection. That's what I wish for you. That you have many, many experiences over these next few weeks that are going to be meaningful and beautiful to you, and that are going to be beautiful memories that you get to put into your heart and take with you, especially as you're thinking about, hey, what do I want to create next year? All right, my friends, thank you so, so, so very much for being here and for also watching the recording. Thank you for sharing your energy wherever and whenever you're tuning in, because, hey, we're all connected all the time anyway. So whenever you're tuning in, you're right here, right now. And I so, so, so much appreciate you for that. All right, my friends, happy holidays, everybody, and enjoy the winter time. Oh my goodness, I love these temperatures. It's so gorgeous having it under 32 degrees, and it's like nice and cozy at night. And I love my eggnog lattes and all that fun stuff that I get to do being here and celebrating the holidays and having that beautiful connection with the family. So I wish you the very most wonderful holidays yourself as well. Have a very, very happy Thanksgiving and enjoy yourself, my dear friends. Have a good evening and talk to you later. Bye.